Hello everybody. Thought I would do a quick update here. Kind of a sequel to the video I did yesterday about that case in Illinois, the Benkeva Scott case. And our friend up there in Illinois, she came up with a really good point. She's really good. Thank you, sweetie, so much. She does have a legal background. And in her day job, they have to keep up with all the latest statutes and, changes in those statutes and stuff. And because I had mentioned that, with the new statute that started January 1st, 2022, but there's a little bit more to that statute and the changes in there. And she caught this, and this is brilliant. It's Public Act 102-0604, and she sent me all 14 pages, and I'm not going to read all of this, but on Section 5, the Abused and Neglected Child Reporting Act is amended by changing Section 4 as follows. Now, before I get into this, I just want to mention that now that the Jehovah's Witness lawyers and Watchtower have said that elders are clergy. And Watchtower has been pushing this in all of these court cases all over this country now, that elders are clergy and they are entitled to the clergy penitent privilege, which means they don't have to report child abuse in some of these states. Okay? And even in the transcript back on December 16th and December 17th in this case, they admit the elders now are clergy. We all know Watchtower has said, oh, we have no clergy class. But see, now that they're pushing that and saying, yes, elders are clergy, which technically means they do represent Watchtower. So Watchtower does have a clergy class now as far as the justice system now. Okay? Now, she caught this because she has to stay up to date on all of this. Like I said, this was brilliant because she caught this. Okay? The judge has ruled that these two elders are indeed clergy. Okay? So we've established. Now they are clergy. The Watchtower organization might have to revise its reporting procedures, especially with respect to Illinois. And like she says, I wonder how many brothers will want to be elders now. Because here in Section 5, it is talking about people who are mandatory reporters in the state of Illinois. And number 9 is any member of the clergy. So since elders now are clergy, they are mandatory reporters in Illinois. And we've known that, from this court case that has been going on. All right? And, the mandated reporter is affiliated with an agency, institution, organization, school district, regularly established church or religious organization, or other entity that is directly responsible for the care, supervision, guidance, or training of the child. Now, Watchtower has tried it in other court cases. Oh, well, see, we don't have the institutional settings to care for children. Doesn't matter. If elders are clergy, now they are mandatory reporters. And this is an epic failure because how is Watchtower going to learn all of the new statutes in all of the U.S. states and their territories? Does their legal department know all of these statutes? I highly doubt it. I really seriously doubt they know. So, they're going to be giving bad legal advice to elders. But what struck out, it just was blaring. And once our friend mentioned this, it's like, oh, you're right. Now, it says here they are, the member of the clergy shall make a report immediately to the department in accordance with the provisions of this act, and may also notify the person in charge of such institution, school, facility, or agency, or church. Okay? It states that a mandated reporter, including a member of the clergy, shall make report immediately to the department, which is the Department of Children and Family Services, in accordance with the provisions of this act. This provision was not revised, and it appears that neither Pinkava nor Scott complied with that provision of the act. So they were supposed to report this to them also. And that's why, the prosecuting attorneys have been trying to get this department involved in this case also. But this is the important part, and this is why I wanted to do this sequel. Persons required to report child abuse or child neglect as provided under this section must complete an initial mandated reporter training, including a section on implicit bias, within 3 months of their date of engagement. That means that every elder, since they are a mandated reporter now in the state of Illinois, has to have training. And they're going to have to get this training, I believe, in a professional official capacity as a mandated reporter, or within the time frame of any other applicable state law that governs training requirements for a specific profession, and at least every 3 years thereafter. They're going to have training. So, elders, how many of you in the state of Illinois know this? Are you keeping up with your state's, statutes? How many other elders are keeping up with the state statutes? No, they're relying on Watchtower to give them good legal advice from Jehovah. If the Holy Spirit, as you claim, is directing your organization, how come the Holy Spirit isn't telling you that you have to follow all of these statutes? Tell the rank and file to obey the superior authorities unless it, goes against God. This doesn't go against God. This is protecting children. And you elders are going to have training on how to recognize and how to report and how to handle this now. And I think it's a great idea. I think every state in this country should have a statute like this. Train these elders. Instead of just being, toilet scrubbers and window washers, train them on how to handle this. Someone with mental illness, they have to be trained on how to handle somebody, who has that. Any other sickness, mental illness, anything like that. You can't just read a few scriptures and then think everything is going to be okay, and then, oh, thank you, Jehovah, let's have some cookies now. No, this is important. They need training. And, Pinkava gives the excuse, oh, well, we just got bad legal advice. Well, actually, a lot of the responsibility is on you guys, because you trusted someone else to give you good legal advice. You should find out on your own. Epic failure. Epic failure. Don't rely on Watchtower, because they are not going to keep up on every single state and the different statutes. For those of you not in this country, every single state, 50 states in the United States plus the territories, they each have their own statutes, rules, laws, whatever you want to call them. So that's why it's important, for all of us to, learn that. So thank you everybody for watching, and thank you for all the great comments and emails and everything. We really appreciate it, and you all have a wonderful day. Bye.